Assalamu alaikum all. Today again with you people with our English. How are you? Fine all of you? Okay. Then last class we discussed about give me little girl over and rain on the roof also over. Then I think you wrote all the question answers, right? Okay, surely you want to complete your notebook. Okay, then just think about that. If it is normal days, surely you have to write so many things, all the five subjects, I think so. You want to write, study and everything. But in the case of nowadays, what is going on nowadays, surely only write two or three subjects. Okay, and sitting in the home. Okay, then surely you want to study well. Okay, inshallah. Then here today we are going to discuss about a new chapter, a truly beautiful mind. What is our fourth chapter? A truly beautiful mind. Okay, a truly beautiful mind. Okay, all of you, a truly beautiful mind. Then all of you take page number 46. Then have you get? Okay, okay, before going to our chapter, I want to ask something about a truly beautiful mind. Then who do you think of when you hear the word genius? Then do you have any person like this in your mind? Who is? Yes, we have so many persons, right? Then who is a genius? What qualities do you think a genius has? Who is a genius? We have our own answers for that, right? Okay, give me knowledgeable person, then kind-hearted, then give me intelligent, then okay, we have so many qualities. If a person have it all, first we gave importance to intelligent, when we call that is genius, right? Then here today we have to study about a genius. All of you listen. We shall now read about a young German civil servant who took the world by storm about 100 years ago. In the summer of 1905, the 26-year-old published in quick succession four groundbreaking papers about light, the motion of the particles, the electrodynamics of moving bodies, and energy and everything. And his work took up only a few pages in the scientific journals, but changed forever our understanding of space, time, and the entire cosmos, and transformed the name Einstein into a synonym for genius. Okay, here we are going to discuss about Albert Einstein. Here we can call him as a truly beautiful mind. Okay, we can call it's some incidents. Here we can call it a biography of our Albert Einstein. Okay, then all of you read up to 6. That means you want to read 6 paragraphs now. Read all of you. Read fastly. Speed up. Then I think completed. Okay, then listen all of you. Through this, surely we get positive energy and everything, a great support for our future. Okay, then listen all of you. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. No, there is nothing, a symptom of a genius, greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. What is the meaning of freak? Nowadays we all are using the word freak, right? Then freak, a word used disapprovingly to talk about a person who is unusual and doesn't behave, look or think like others. Then mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. That is the difference. That is the unusual thing. While his head seemed much too large. He is not like others. Okay. At the age of 2.5, Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Okay, he's talking about his childhood. Read, listen carefully. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. Why he was called by like that? Because he don't know what to do with other children. And so the youngster played by himself much of the time. He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister, Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are his wheels?" Understood? He especially loved mechanical toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Understood? He said, what is the command of his headmaster? Choose a profession wouldn't matter. Further, that's what Einstein chose a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. The later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining the skill throughout his life. Who support? Mothers. Then here, he later became a gifted amateur violinist. What is the meaning of amateur? Doing something for personal enjoyment rather than as a profession. Amateur opposite professional. Then how we can amateur? Then they are doing everything for their own pleasure. no need any remittance or anything financially. Then here, maintaining the skill throughout his life. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil, but a bad student. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. Einstein hated the school's regimentation. Regimentation means order or discipline taken to an extreme, and often clashed with his teachers who here, yes, Albert Einstein clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled that he left the school for goodness. He can unable to breathe, suffocated because he is disturbed. That's why he just left the school, okay, for good. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives. After prolonged discussion, Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German-speaking Switzerland, in a city which was more liberal than Munich. Why he left from Munich? Because he's stifled, right? Einstein hated the regimentation, right, and often clashed with the teachers. And at the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled that he left the school for good. Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics and interested in physics. And after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. But science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the walrus mustache. Okay, it is not science, but something more. Okay, then he called, but science was not the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the darling mustache. Have you seen the speciality or the special feature of his mustache? Yes, it is walrus. Okay. Then he also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Mileva Maric, whom he found to be a clever creature. He called her as a clever creature. This young Serb had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get a degree. Einstein saw in her an ally against the Philistines. What is that? Philistines. Philistines means a word used disapprovingly to talk about the people who don't like art, literature or music. Then here, read again. Einstein saw in her an ally against the Philistines. Okay, and those people in his family and at the university with whom he was constantly at odds. Constantly at odds. What is the meaning odd one out? Have you heard about odd one out? Okay, then here Einstein was a one out in his class because variety, that means surely it has, he's not same, he's not like others. Okay, but he got a friend also like that, Mileva Maric. Okay. The couple fell in love. Letters are a way in which they put their affection into words, mixing science with the tenderness. Okay, they are letters, mixing of science. Okay, mixing of science. Wrote Einstein, "How happy and proud I shall be when we both have brought our work on the relativity to a victorious conclusion." Here we have the meaning of relativity here. When you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. When you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That is relativity. Understood? Okay. Then, in 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. Okay, then while he was supposed to be accessing other people's inventions, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. Okay? He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at the work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Read again that paragraph. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office. Okay. In 1900, at the age of 21, Albert Einstein was a university graduate and unemployed. He worked as a teaching assistant, gave private lessons and finally secured a job in 1902 as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. While he was supposed to be assessing other people's inventions, Einstein was, listen all of you, Einstein was actually developing his own ideas in secret. Okay. And he is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at the work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Then he called him as a Bureau of Theoretical Physics. One of the famous papers of 1905 Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after the journey if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. From this followed the world's most famous formula which describes the relationship between mass and energy. Listen all of you, we all familiar with what E is equal to mc square, right? I think you already studied in your science class, right? Listen, one of the famous papers of 1905 was Einstein's special theory of relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. Indeed, two perfectly accurate clocks will not continue to show the same time if they come together again after the journey if one of them has been moving very fast relative to the other. That is the thing inspired him to think about E is equal to mc square. Okay, from this followed the world's most famous formula which describes the relationship between mass and energy. Okay, then while Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unraveling. Unraveling means started to fail. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. Actually, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off. Okay. The pair finally married in January 1903 and had 2 sons. But a few years later, the marriage faltered. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise up to the world fame. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1990 brought proof that it was accurate. Okay, then I think this everything you studied in your science classes, right? That's why I'm reading like this. These are the some events happened in his life and how he invented these types of inventions and everything talking about here. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational force field. The newspapers proclaims his work as a scientific revolution. Okay, it's important paragraph, read again. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution. Then you, I think you are not give more importance this explanation and all. Just understand which are the things he invented and everything. Okay, all of you. Then Einstein received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. He was showered with honors and inventions from all over the world and lauded by press. Okay, then I will give you some questions from this part. Okay, all of you take your pen and notebook, rough notebook. I will give you only some questions, 2 or 3. Okay, all of you just write. Why did Einstein leave school for good? Why did Einstein leave school for good? Why did Einstein leave school for good? Next question. Which work of Einstein was proclaimed by the newspaper? Which work of Einstein was proclaimed by the newspaper as a scientific revolution? As a scientific revolution. Okay. Another question, listen all of you. Why did Einstein prefer to study in Switzerland to studying in Germany? Why did Einstein prefer to study in Switzerland to study in Germany? Next question. Mileva Maric was a Serb. Mileva Maric was a Serb. Yes, E-R-B. S should be in capital. Serb. Why had she come to Switzerland for studies? Why had she come to Switzerland for studies? A simple reason, right? Okay. Then surely you want to answer these all questions for tomorrow. Not tomorrow, today itself. Simple questions. Okay, answer me through WhatsApp. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Just give importance some dates. Just note down the dates and which other things happen in that case and everything. Okay. Okay, all of you. Then study these all question answers also. Okay, my dears. Thank you.